Hi, welcome. My name is Dale McCluskey, and on this video, I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss the issue of why a young dog, a puppy, or even an older dog would absolutely freak out when it comes to leading the mind or reaching down with trying to put any sort of influence or physical touch over a dog, and what is the cause of that? Because what you'll see is even the type of reaction, the response that you'll get is a yelping from a dog even before the owner or the trainer has a chance to even touch the dog, and sometimes in cases go from a yelp to an aggressive response at that level. And it's very concerning, it's very troubling, but it does indicate that that owner has both invested a highly emotional bond onto the dog, but in the context of the need of the dog as well, what it will represent is a dog with a very high need. So what you'll get is a really kind of a bad ingredients coming together, which kind of causes this kind of fire to ignite. Relationally, you'll get both a dog owner who is investing a high level of emotional bonding into the dog. It's part of this relational mirroring I talk about, where it's a type of mirroring of that dog owner's emotions into the relationship. But again, that also can be a sign, especially from even a puppy, because this is what I show with dogs, where dogs have this relational need right from the moment that they're born. It starts taking hold. They start to seek out this, having this need met. Why puppies, even with puppies, you'll see this. You'll see this type of empowering situation happen, and it's really it can be really problematic, because the tendency is for people to respond with empathy right away, with with more emotion. When you see a dog reacting, say a yelping situation, as the trainer or the dog owner is starting to lead the mind through the leash, or even I've seen this happen a few times, as you're starting to express a moment, starting to put a defined level of influence over the dog's mind. You'll see that the dog that reaction just erupt, and even with a puppy. And that's why you'll see puppies, when you see them on the leash, you'll see them spin and twist and absolutely freak out on the leash, and you're not even doing anything, but what I want you to start to see is really you are. If you're starting, the script is starting to change, that dog has a sense of where that is leading, that script is changing, and where it could possibly lead. They get a sense that this is what they're saying, is this reflection of saying, well, this isn't good. There's somebody here, somebody that could possibly take the lead role away, and the dog saying is, I already have an enormous amount of power. I'm already empowered relationally at such a high level that what they're doing is they're responding, they're anticipating. So the mind is reacting tenfold to that. It's just saying there's no way that, say, Dale is going to be allowed. I'm not going to allow Dale in this area zone, because the dog really, what happens is they're extending that pack influence over. So the reason you get such a high response, say, from someone like me or from a trainer or a certain personality type, because it's such a contrast, because the dog really doesn't get a sense of, all they know is they have a sense of relationally where that person's standing in nature, but they don't know if the person's there for 1 minute or 1,000 years. So that's why you get such a huge reaction from a dog has already a certain foothold in the relationally. That's why you see a puppy freak out before the leash even has an opportunity to move a certain way, because basically through this connection I show relationally, it's as though the leash is moving, okay, because they feel that relational shift. They already know the relationship is going to move in that direction, so that's why you'll see that freaking out, that response, and then that owner, it will really unsettle the dog owner, because they're saying, well, what's going on? That dog is just reacted at such a high level, and it's yelping before Dale's even put his hand on. And this is why, I'll reach down even as my hand's coming down, but it's coming down not in anger, it's not coming down in over the top authority or anything like that. I'm coming down to express a follow a moment. I'm coming down to put the dog into a sit position, and you'll see an explosion over the dog's mind. That's what's happening. That's the truth of it all being revealed, and it's coming to the surface. You won't really get a sense of that so much with the owner, because the owner's pegged already. I mean, the dog already has established that owner is highly emotional. They own that owner, so to speak. They're objectifying, and so you get that type of contrast going on. You get that reaction. It's very troubling. So it's just something to keep aware of. If you see this, of course, if you need help with your dog, there's going to be relational clues there anyway. But if you see that type of a spiking, be aware of it, because it's showing that dog, even that puppy, has a huge amount of power. And so, solution really is, and what I do is I really encourage dog owners, the solutions to how you transition a dog like that. It's I help set that in motion, so it's not going to be overly traumatic, but you have to understand that relational change has to take place. So when you're doing it, especially with a puppy, the good news is, though you're getting those high reactions, the good news with a puppy is that because they're a puppy and not fully developed, you keep to a level where no one's going to get bitten. You're going to get some high reactions, but the way it's done is moving forward is you have to do it in a way that's going to be the least stressful and everybody involved. But anyway, just something to understand. So when you get these high reactions, just understand it's based on a relational need. It shows there's a huge deficit there, and that even when you talk to the owner, you really get a sense of that type of emotional connection, what's going on through language, how they're speaking. So you have to put all the relational pieces together. So just something to think about. If you have the situation happening, or suspect your dog's there, even as a puppy, you can contact me anytime. I'm more than happy to help you out and get you started in the right direction. Thanks very much.